Hi, and welcome to today's video on percent word problems.
Let's look at our table of contents. First, we have our introduction, then what to look for in word problems, and then we're going to look at how to solve them.
Number 1, introduction. Now that we have looked at how to calculate percentages, let's see how to interpret and answer word problems. It's important to note the information given in a problem and to know what the question is asking for.
Number 2, what to look for. Important to note, what is the question asking for? Know the total number or the whole number. Know the parts of the whole as well. If you have a percent and have to find a portion of the total, then note the percent number too. For example, in a class of 24 children, 73% of them were present. How many children were absent? In this word problem, 24 is the total, 73 is the percent of children present, and we need to find how many of them were absent.
More examples. On a test, 83% of kids passed the test out of 54 kids. How many of them failed? In this word problem, 54 is the total number of kids who took the test, and 83 is the percent of children passing the test. And we need to find how many of them failed. Another word problem could be, Jake and Mason made a total of $340 at work today. If Mason made $85 at work, what percent of money did Jake make out of $340? In this word problem, 340 is the total amount of money, and 85 is the amount of money Mason made. And what we need to find is what percent of money did Jake make?
Number 3, solving word problems. The steps. When solving word problems related to percentages, it is important to have a deep understanding of percents beforehand. Check out our Week 9 video to review how to calculate percentages. It depends more on what the word problem is asking for, so there are no specific steps to solve. Here are some common things a word problem might ask for. Asking for the percentage of an amount, the total amount, multi-step problems which involve finding one amount before the other. Let's solve word problems which were previously used as examples.
Example number 1. In a class of 24 children, 73% of them were present. How many children were absent? In this word problem, 24 is the total and 73 is the percent of children present, and we need to find how many of them were absent. The first thing we do in this type of problem is find out how many of the 24 kids were present. In order to do that, we can multiply 0.73 times 24. This results in 17.52, which we can round up to 18 because you can't have a decimal as a person. So if 18 kids were present, then how many were absent? All that's left to do is subtract 18 from 24, which gives us 6. So the answer to this example is 6 kids were absent out of 24.
Example 2. On a test, 83% of the kids passed the test out of 54 kids. How many of them failed? In this word problem, 54 is the total number of kids who took the test. 83 is the percent of children passing the test, and we need to find how many of them failed. First, we need to find how many of them passed. In order to do this, we have to multiply 83 hundredths by 54, which gives us 44.82. We can round this up to 45, which is the number of kids who passed. Now, all that's left to do is to subtract 45 from 54, which gives us 9 kids failed the test out of 54 kids.
Example number 3. Jake and Mason made a total of $340 at work today. If Mason made $85 at work, what percent of money did Jake make out of $340? In this word problem, 340 is the total amount of money. 85 is the amount of money Mason made, and we need to find what percent of money Jake made. In this example, we're looking for the percent. First, we need to subtract 85 from 340, which is 255. This is how much money Jake made. Now, in order to find the percentage, we have to do 255 divided by 340, which gives us 0.75. To convert a decimal into a percent, we need to multiply by 100 and add a percent sign, which equals 75%. So the answer to this problem is Jake made 75% of the total amount of money. If you did not understand this concept, please watch our video on converting decimals, percents, and fractions.
Thanks for watching.
See you in the next video.